pastor afterwards because we want you to find yourself in what we're talking about today. The title of the lesson is this: God equips us to serve. So no pressure at all, but our objective is to do this, to use the gifts and abilities that God gives us to help build his kingdom. And how do we do this? And what should I look for? And, today, since we're talking about being called to service, I want each of us to understand that we've got a unique skill set that we can use. And you say, no, I don't. Well, again, as we go through this, I think you're going to find yourself in what we talk about. Matthew chapter 25, verse 15 is a verse I'll share with you to begin this. It's from the King James. It says this: "And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1." This is the phrase I want you to catch. "To every man according to his several ability." Interesting phrase, isn't it? And we'll build on that as we go. "And straightway he took his journey." Well, again, what is Paul? Paul is calling attention. We're in 1 Corinthians chapter 12. Hopefully you had an opportunity to read that this week. Paul is also talking about gifts. Notice these verses. This is 1 Corinthians 12, verses 4 through 6 from the NIV I have on the screen there. "There are different kinds of gifts, but the same Spirit distributes them." Notice, different kinds of gifts. "There are different kinds of service, but the same Lord. There are different kinds of working, but in all of them and in everyone, it is the same God at work." Paul tells the Corinthians that there are all these different types of equipping. And I want you to think for a moment about our church. Let's think for a moment about our church. And as June and I were talking about this earlier in the week, because we were, how many different roles of service do we have in our own church? And I don't know if you've ever thought about that, but you should think about that, because the list is pretty long.